Work smarter with Claude. Automation, MCP, skills, productivity. Watch the full session now.
Okay, now we are finally coming to more and more practical aspects of Claude and all of its products and everything. So this particular thing which we'll be talking today is the memory management of how Claude manages its memory. Okay, so before we see the managing its memory, let us see what are the different memories which Claude has. Okay, so the most nearest memory which Claude has is the chat, the prompt which you have said with the Claude, and the response which the Claude gave. Okay, so these are the nearest and the memory, and these are the first memory which Claude will always give a priority over any other information. The one thing which you have just told to Claude, that is one thing which will have the most priority. After that, that will go the first priority. The second priority which Claude will give is the instructions to Claude. This is something which you can always type and always keep. So let me show you that what type of instructions you can keep over here. So this is my another account, and I'm showing you the instruction which I've kept over here. So I'm then don't use m dashes in your responses. Okay, I should not use this m dashes because it will make your responses look more humanly. I'm a Python developer, so I always prefer Python over any other language. If you're giving me a code, don't give me a code in Node.js, JavaScript, React or something. I would prefer Python over any other things. I prefer HTML over PPTX, JSON over XLSX, and MD file over docx or PDF format. So that is a basic instruction which I want to be applied across all the Claude products, whether it be projects, whether it be chat, whether it be Claude Cowork, whether it be Claude Code. So all the products whichever I'm using, I want these things to be applied. So that is where you write these things in the instructions for Claude. So this is the second level of memory which Claude stores. Third level of memory is, you can see over here we have a privacy tab, and within the privacy, not a privacy tab but a memory tab, and within the memory tab you have the thing like generate memory from chats. So if you toggle it off, so there are two ways to toggle it off. One is to reset the entire thing which it has ever created. I will not do that. Pause memory to not generate any further memory. Okay, so what exactly this means? If you have turned it off, so whatever chats you are doing, there is no memory getting saved, or any summarization of that memories of that conversation is not happening. So like if you see that based on all my conversations which I've had with Claude for past 7-8 months, this is what it has told about me, or it knows about me. Okay, now I can edit it anytime. If I know that it's something wrong, then I can edit it. And all other it's very risky to show your history of Claude or AI. But yeah, so basically any memory or anything you want to Claude to know about you, because sometimes very essential, right? Sometimes it's important because you want to simply say Claude that I am a chartered accountant and I deal with GST advisory and GST appeals, GST 80 appeals, and I have to make these notices and also, which is broadly applicable. So you want that to be said in memory so that in the next response it can also understand that. Okay, so this is the third memory which we are talking, which is the self-generated memory if we opt in. So this we have an option to opt out, because obviously it's not compulsory that this memory will get generated. If you opt out, then this memory will not get generated. So this is called the reflections that Claude takes from the conversation which we are having with the Claude. So this is the third type of memory. And the fourth memory, which I have talked during the discussions of the project as well, that whenever you make a project, that time also you can give your own instructions and your own other context. Okay, so that is the fourth memory which we say. The instructions which you give in the projects and the chats which you give in the projects. So the projects chat are not the part of the reflections. So this is the major distinction which we should have. Let me see if I can have a small demonstration of what I wanted to say. If I'm going to explain it in a much better way, it will help me. So yeah, I can. So the first memory which I talked about you was the chats, prompts, and responses. Okay, so this is the nearest memory and this will be used. The second memory which I talked about, the system instructions which we gave, system instructions which we had given. Okay, now I said that this particular memory which we have, this is used by all the Claude projects. So this will be used by chat plus projects plus Cowork plus code. So this is how the memory will be used. Okay, the memory. This will be used only chat, only for the chat. Okay. Now based on this, we have an option. We have an option that we can generate reflections. Okay. What are these reflections? They are basically summaries of our chats. So we can generate summaries, and the summaries will be acting as a part of memory. Okay, I'll understand that one chat context or one chat prompt is not shared with the another chat. The proper demarcation is there, but the summaries which get generated, these are shared with all the chats. Okay, these are shared with all the chats, but these are not becoming part of the projects. These don't become part of the projects. Okay, that is the important thing which we want to know. And the projects chat which we have, if the project has chats and project has multiple chats and the project has multiple, but there is no reflections. Okay, there is no reflections that get created out of projects. So the project's memory stays independent of the any other thing happening. So all the project stats stays within the projects itself, but the system instructions will be there. System instructions plus the project chats. Okay, so that is how things work. And the context which I'm saying, so all the other products will have their own context. Like project have their own context, so the project context becomes the files which we upload. Files we upload to that project thing. Okay. For the Cowork, when we use Cowork, the context becomes the folders it has access to. The folders it has access to, and obviously the prompts which we give, that is already there, plus chats. Even here we have this chats thing which will be there. The third thing is the Claude code, and the Claude code basically means that this will have the context to all the codes it is writing, the flow folders it has access to, the other GitHub repository you have added, the GitHub repos, and the chats will already be there. So this is the how memory, but again it will have access to these things. This will be always be there. The system instruction will be there for projects, will be there for Cowork, will be there for code, but these reflections will not be there. Okay, these reflections will not be there. So you have to understand that the chat which we are doing in the Claude proper chat, it is generating a reflections for the chat. So all the chats somewhere get interlinked if you opt in for this. If you opt out, then there is no linkage between the chats. Only the system instructions are being read. So that is why people say that I have to repeat each and everything to Claude. Claude is a very dumb thing. It's not understanding. Basically, we are not able to use it. Okay, that's one aspect I wanted to say regarding the memory, because understanding memory becomes crucial part of how you look at AI models and how do they work. Second thing was around the memory. I was wanted to say you can also import memory from your other chat. Suppose you have been using Chat GPT for long and now you don't want to write the same thing and you think you have to add the same thing to Claude. So Claude has made a provision that you can import memory to Claude using this copy is a prompt. You give this prompt to your Chat GPT, Gemini, whatever LLM or whatever AI model you are using. You give this prompt and paste the output of there into this, and then you can simply add to memory, and that will automatically get added. You don't have to see, but again, once it gets added, make sure to edit as in read it and see whether it's relevant. If it's not relevant, simply delete it, because due to these things only the Claude makes error. Okay, and we don't want to have it an error, then we again give the prompt and then that cycle continues, and that's where the tokens also get wasted. So this was around the memory. So I guess we understood how the conversion memory is different, the chat memory. System instructions are different. That's a global instruction which we have. Reflect, it's a manual opt-in. We can either opt in or opt out, and then we have the project memory. Okay. Now the boundary that matters, which I wanted to say about the reflect, the memory which is generating from the chat is very different from the project memory. Project memory stays different, and this chat memory will stay different. Okay. And then yes, what they inherit and what not. Claude and Claude do not draw from a Claude chat or reflect memory, they draw from a system instructions. So, and there are some important links to read about how the Claude memory and Claude search works. Okay, so this much was around the memory part, and now the next topics are going to be more and more practical, because there will be looking at how we can save tokens and what are the correct way of using tokens, and how we can not use PDF and we can do some work around that and save tokens as well. So yes, this much for this video. See you again in the next one.